Video games based on movies are usually something to sniff at, but in the late 90s Disney repeatedly hit it out of the park, especially when it came to everyone's favourite groundbreaking home console, the humble Sony Playstation. This is Ollie with 5 Minute Gaming, and here are 5 Disney gems for the original PS1 that you really need to check out. Number 5. Let's kick things off with a classic, Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. This 3D action platformer sees Star Command Ranger Buzz Lightyear jumping, spinning and lasering his way through 15 levels from the movie and beyond. The joy in this game comes from not only interacting with a familiar cast of characters and seeing the world through the eyes of a toy, but the gameplay is exceptionally fluid with tight controls and a delightful amount to do. Each of the game's huge levels contain a collection of lost objects to find, a hidden boss to track down and take out, and a smattering of coins to trade with Ham the piggy bank, all in the name of collecting enough Pizza Planet tokens to move on. My favourite aspect is the upgrades you can acquire for Buzz, including rocket boots, a grappling hook and a disc launcher, but this will often require backtracking through previous levels to make the most of. The experience in Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue is rounded out by a kick-ass soundtrack, and all of this together marks the best game the franchise has to offer, even 20 years later. Number 4. Let's take the scale even smaller now as we move from toys to ants. In A Bug's Life we see hero Flick navigating to the big city to try and find a party of heroes to save his colony from a gang of marauding grasshoppers. In practice this amounts to mowing through other insects, arachnids and annelids to make your way to the end of each stage. Don't rush however, because without a doubt the highlight of this game is its upgrade system, where finding coloured tokens will power up seeds you find of that type, unlocking increasingly useful plants to help you work your way around the level. Same goes for your berries. You start with meek, unimpressive red berries that grasshoppers will shrug off with ease, but look hard enough and you'll find more powerful homing berries or even the rare golden berry, which will annihilate them in seconds. Or just find Flick's seed harvesting machine and subject your enemies to its hungry bladed maw, whatever suits. Number 3. My personal favourite Disney film, this retelling of the Edgar Rice Burroughs classic takes us careening through the jungle as the titular Tarzan, Lord of the Apes. We're treated to tons of vine swinging, leaping from tree to tree and grinding along branches to the tune of Phil Collins' soundtrack from the movie. You can use your knife to combat enemies or even throw fruit at them if you're so inclined. Although most of this 3D game takes place in a 2D plane, you'll need to find hidden paths which take you into the foreground and background to locate all of the Tarzan letters, drawings and the hundreds of coins scattered throughout scenes from the film. This one is a joy to complete with a variety of level types and sets the standard for movie tie-ins done well. Number 2. Now I'm sure we can all agree that the first thing we would all do if granted the ability to fly is collect feathers, explode birds and throw knives at unemployed bystanders. Well, in Peter Pan Adventures in Neverland that's exactly what you'll be doing. You control Peter in his journey across Neverland to track down the pieces of a treasure map in a race against Captain Hook and crew, who when beaten will unlock a new ability for Peter. From throwing his knife to hit distant targets to sprinkling pixie dust to levitate heavy objects out of the way. There are often hidden exits in stages which will unlock new levels, so be sure to revisit old stages after you've progressed in the main story. Number 1. And lastly, there's no better way to round out this list than with the true zero to hero himself, Hercules. Although this one is much shorter than the other titles on this list and can be breezed through in just a few hours, the gorgeous pixel art scenery and plane hopping shenanigans on offer mean that you'll want to hunt down every hidden collectible and power-up available, including lightning swords and a helm of invisibility just in case you wanted to incinerate a few extra innocent birds today. Do watch out however, because this game can be deceptively challenging due to the slightly loose and heavy controls, and it may take a few tries to grab everything from each level if you're going for full completion. If you've enjoyed this video from the 5 Minute Gaming crew, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment and subscribe to make sure you don't miss the next one. Did I miss any of your favourites? Let me know down in the comments below, and as always we welcome any suggestions for future content you'd like to see. Take care.